We are here with members of the band Sacred today. Thanks for joining us, guys. Why don't you introduce yourselves and let us know what you do in the band, and then let us introduce the rest of the members that couldn't be here today.
Right, I'm Rich Hoffman. I'm the lead singer.
I'm Stelio Kalkunas, and I play guitars.
Okay.
And the individuals who couldn't be here today, Thea Voras, Steve Voras, and Dave Maurer, which may join us in the middle of this interview. He might just pop in the back here. He might be right about here.
All right.
He shows, and he's tall, so he'll block the Sacred logo.
All right. So you guys have we got a couple of things to talk about here today since the last time that we chatted, Stelio. You are going to be performing this Saturday night at the Pabst Theater for the This Time Tomorrow Foundation Storytellers Concert, which is a benefit for the This Time Tomorrow Foundation and their Random Acts of Kindness program. Shows at 7 p.m. It's going to feature Willie Porter, the Corey Z Project, Sacred, and Nora Collins. Show starts at 7. Doors are at 6, and tickets are between $25 and $35. But you guys also, since the last time we talked, you have a new vocalist.
Yes, yeah, Rich Hoffman. He's well, you can speak for yourself, but I could just say that he's a very established vocalist here in the community. A lot of mutual friends. And he's somebody that, you know, we've all respected tremendously. We're all kind of nervous. Like, we said, I don't know, what do you think he would say? I don't know. And somebody's like, nah, he'd probably say no. I don't know. Well, at least we could do is try and ask him, right? So what happened, Rich? What happened when we said,
Well, I was familiar with Sacred stuff because I perform in a couple other bands and stay very busy in the music, but I wasn't doing any original stuff right now. I started out in the Milwaukee scene doing only original bands and stuff. And then more recently, for almost 15 years now, I've been with a band called Almighty Vinyl that is a like 70s tribute cover band, and we play festivals and all that stuff. So I was not doing anything original. And when the previous lead singer left, and I knew Gabriel, who was the original drummer and who's helping us out at this show that's coming up, and he kind of introduced me to Stelio, and I had already listened to their stuff, so I knew that I liked what they were doing before the previous singer even left. So it was just one of those things where I really liked what I'd heard, and I thought this was really something that I could come in and sing the existing stuff and write in a similar vein. So
okay. And you did how has been joining the band, because you guys were pretty established? How is bringing a new singer on? You also have a new single out titled Albatross?
Yeah, we did. We actually we remixed Maker from last year. We re-recorded the vocals.
Oh, okay.
We did a video with Rich, which did really well. And then he nailed the vocals on that. Like, it was just kind of like that was kind of like our introduction last summer with Rich. Like, kind of like, hey, let's go to the studio, let's re-record the vocals. We're moving forward. Let's just re-record the vocals and give the song a video that it deserves, because it was a great song. It was about loss, and it was about a lot of things that had struggles that we all go through, and Rich brought a lot of dynamics to it that we feel the song deserves. And we started writing some new material together. We've got a lot of songs that we've been in the studio already, kind of half done right now.
Okay.
But yeah, we were just released Albatross. We were in the studio. It was fun working on it. It was fun writing it. It's been actually a really easy process working with Rich. It's been a real blessing in disguise.
Did you guys, was Albatross already written before Rich joined, or was that wholly formed and created as in the latest incantation of the band?
Yeah, there was a couple of those riffs that were out there, and we kind of were putting them together, but they hadn't really had life. And
Mhm.
then I played them for Rich, and Rich is like, we're talking about the vibes, like what were you feeling, or where were you going with this? And Rich kind of took over the
When I heard the initial riffs that Stelio played, it really played into a lot of the stuff that I love. It has kind of a Middle Eastern, harmonic minor feel to the guitar parts and stuff, and it kind of reminded me of like old Rainbow and Ronnie James Dio kind of stuff, and so it was just it was very inspiring, and yeah, that one was totally written with me, and I wrote the lyrics and the melodies and stuff, and we put it together as a group, arranging it and stuff like that. When we got to the studio, the solo section completely changed from what it was when we were just practicing it, and it kind of got extended, but it's a heck of a solo, and Stelio, not to stroke his ego too much, but he's playing his butt off on that on that solo. But that was all kind of organic in the studio, so
Okay.
it was kind of a cool process.
So
yeah, I'm not, sorry, go ahead.
oh, no, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not by any means, I'm not a shredder or anything, but so I had an idea for a solo, like going into the studio, that was totally different. And then when you're in the studio, like something comes to you, and then it's like, you got to just go with it. And
Right.
that's kind of what happened. We're like, okay, we're going to rearrange this section just a little bit, guys. Sorry. And it came out like that. And their producer, Kevin Arndt, from the Exchange Recording Complex, local guy here in Milwaukee, which is he's recorded a couple of our last albums, as well as Eric LeBrose. He's done a couple of tracks for us. But I was over at Kevin's studio, and it literally, like, some of the coolest parts of that solo just came out because of frustration. I hated the original solo I had done, like totally hated it. Like, I laid it down, I'm like, this does not work. And I was super frustrated. And Kevin's like, well, keep going. And out of frustration came that what's on the track there.
Okay. Well, that's really cool. So you were able to kind of get your feet underneath you, learning the previous songs, or the back, I guess, not your back catalog, but the songs from the previous singer, and then work your way into a full member, a creative member of the band. And that's been a pretty smooth process.
Yeah. I think my only concern for myself was that I didn't want to. Albatross is a little different animal than what the previous songs were. I mean, I think it's ideally when we play it live and we play it with the other songs, it fits in. But when we first started working on it, it seemed, like a different animal. And I didn't want to come in and change anything or have people be like, oh my God, the new lead singer came in and now they're completely different.
Right.
Because I really liked what they were doing. So I wanted to just have the writing, continue what Sacred was about. It's usually kind of a somewhat dark subject matter, with the lyrics and stuff, as a whole with Sacred, and not get too heavy, but still maintain the melodies, because I think that's a real signature of the sound too.
Right.
So.
No, absolutely. We're chatting with Sacred here this morning, who are going to be performing this Saturday night at the Pabst Theater for the This Time Tomorrow Foundation Storytellers Concert with Corey Z Project, Willie Porter, and Nora Collins. You guys have, this isn't your first time out with the new lineup.
Right. Yeah, we've done a couple of shows. We did Summerfest last year.
Okay.
Yeah, we did Turner Hall.
Yeah.
Summerfest.
And then Polly's, right?
Polly's.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just a couple of gigs.
And Shank Hall.
Right. Yeah, we just did a really cool gig with Bellevue Suite at Shank Hall, which was our first time at Shank Hall, which was originally booked before pre-COVID. So.
Oh, okay.
That's been moved on many times.
Gosh.
Even since I've been in the band,
Yeah.
it's been moved multiple times. So.
Yeah. But that's how the whole world went, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. So how did you get involved with the This Time Tomorrow Foundation for the show this Saturday evening?
So we were asked to participate. Steve Voras was originally asked to perform with Corey.
Okay.
But then because Corey originally has members of Candlebox. You've heard of the band Candlebox, the 90s band?
Mhm.
So that whole band essentially is his backup band for this gig.
Okay.
So, and then there was a conflict with the drummer for the original date. And then Steve was going to fill in for the original date. And then Corey's like, hey, well, by the way, is Sacred available? Like, cause I know you normally play with Sacred. I would love to have Sacred. Is there any chance you guys could open up the gig?
Mm-hmm.
I love your stuff. Sacred would be awesome to open the whole show. My dad was diagnosed just over a year ago, with stage 3 colon cancer. So when I heard that, my dad's doing well now. He's in remission, but just thinking, he's in a blessed situation. That he's able to take care of certain things and expenses and everything. But what a stressful situation just it was for our family. I can't imagine, what some other families are going through here in the community. And so when we were asked, it was an automatic no-brainer for me. It's like, yes. Okay. The answer is yes. Whoever can, as my dad calls me right now. Wow. So. And you were talking about it. In the Greek tradition, if somebody calls you, right, they say you're gonna live 1,000 years while you're talking about them. So yeah, I'm talking about my dad, and here he is calling. But so so it was an automatic no-brainer for me. Like once we were asked, I asked everyone, I'm like, please guys, let's make this happen. And I want it to be a successful event. It really means a lot. It was a struggle for my dad, and everything he went through. And so I have a lot of friends. I mean, who doesn't have somebody who hasn't gone through some struggles with cancer, right?
Right. No, absolutely. A great charity to be supporting. So you guys mentioned too that you're not just playing tonight, but you've got some other shows that you're working on coming up, but you're also working on new music beyond just the latest single, Albatross. I'd
say we have about half an album ready to, almost ready to go. Like we've been, the music for about 5 or 6 songs are ready to go. Some of them are already, like we've laid tracks down. We just need to finish those tracks and get, work on vocals. But yeah, we've got a few. We're going to be releasing another one of them called Highway. We're in the final editing stages right now. Okay. And working on a video for that. But yeah, we're literally editing this week. We were hoping to have it edited and released for this week, but that's not going to happen. Okay. But because of life.
We also recorded the Turner Hall show, and so we're going to put out some live recordings from that, and some live video. So it'll be the newer lineup with me on vocals singing. So I think Vixen is the first song that's coming out from that in a live recording, live video.
Dave's here. Dave wants to say hi.
Whether he wants to really or
not. Yeah, he totally wants to. Hi, this is Dave. That's Craig. Good morning.
Thanks for joining us, Dave. So Sacred again is going to be performing this Saturday night at the Pabst Theater. It's a 7 p.m. show, 6 p.m. door. Tickets are between $25 and $30. Proceeds benefiting the This Time Tomorrow Foundation Storytellers Concert with Corey Z Project, Willie Porter, Sacred, and then Nora Collins will be performing between sets as well. So do you guys have any other shows that are currently scheduled, or just this one right now for the moment?
Right now for the moment, we'll be announcing our Summerfest date, hopefully by this weekend. Okay. Yeah, so we're excited about that. So we should have that announcement hopefully in the next day or two. And I'd love to forward that to you as soon as we get it.
Okay. Fantastic. We're going to hear a couple of more songs from Sacred. Thank you very much for joining us today, guys. Really appreciate it.
Awesome.
you.
Thank you, Craig. Appreciate the support and thank you for everything you do for the local original live music.
Appreciate it. Thank you.